A new adventure dawns from yonder horizon to bestow upon us a trickle of lore and content. But there's lots of hints. Got your nose. Hey, you beautiful Buccaneers, Falcore here. So the new trailer for the upcoming adventure Siren's Prize was released yesterday, and it seems the developers have listened to the feedback for this trailer and not given us the entire plot in one video. I'm looking at you, Forsaken Hunter. In this video, we barely see anything at all that even gives us a hint concerning the sirens, and given the name of the adventure and the tagline at the end,
it's time for us to take a dive.
And of course the merfolk statue, it seems pretty obvious that this adventure will be taking place below the waves. But that's not to say that this video doesn't hint toward anything, because boy oh boy does it. Now, before I start picking away at the very fabric of the MP4 file, I just want to point out a few things. First of all, any insiders in the chat who think they know everything and believe they have some kind of mysterious superpower that only a small percentage of the community have, you're wrong, because almost everyone is an insider these days. Secondly, the Rare devs love hinting towards story arcs that are coming far in the future with their trailers. Thoughts of the Forgotten, for example. At the end of this trailer, we saw the very first glimpse of Wanda for the very first time since Pirate's life, and her new accomplice, who we now know is Amaranta. None of this information was present on the Insider build at this point, and nobody knew what this was foreshadowing, and they have been sneaking in little hints like this ever since they started making these trailers. You just gotta go look for them. And this trailer is no exception. First of all, this trailer takes place within Liar's Backbone, the hideout of Stitcher Jim, who we haven't seen in like 3 years, ever since he was betrayed by Flameheart and his hand was cursed and he went running into a room within the Heart of Fire. During this trailer, we see Belle open a book. Well, I say Belle, it was actually Shelly the Crab who opened the book, purely by mistake. This book had the sigil of the Forsaken Alliance. The Forsaken Alliance were the crew of the Shroudbreaker, the first ever vessel to sail into and discover the Devil's Roar. Stitcher Jim was a member of this alliance, which means an alliance of 5. And within this book, on the right page, you can see a depiction of a dark relic, the weird voodoo doll-looking dark relic that has been used countless times by Stitcher Jim, both in the Fort of the Damned and Shipwreck Bay aboard the Black Witch. This picture has 5 flames surrounding it, which could possibly be a hint towards the Forsaken Alliance members. During this discovery, Belle deciphers these pages.
And the time of resurrection shall be foretold by one reborn as the herald of the flame.
Yeah, let's rewind the lore a little bit here. So putting this all together, I think it's time we finally get to see old Stitcher Jim once again. Perhaps not in this adventure, or any adventure at all for that matter, but I think we should all be paying close attention to the world in days to come for signs of his re-emergence. And remember, he's a cunning one. I mean, he literally stood next to his arch enemy at Morrow's Peak for like 3 months and she never did anything about it. But that's by no means the most exciting thing to be hinted at in this trailer. A few of you may have noticed the books and the new runes that have been leaked within its pages, but there is one thing that appears to have gone unnoticed, and Rare love to hide things in plain sight. In the first few scenes of this trailer, as the camera zooms in on Belle, take a close look behind her. Notice the runes on the combination lock. They're in a different configuration. The runes read Kraken Ship Resurrection. This is by far the most interesting hint within the trailer, and it's likely something that will take a while to come into fruition, but I know how the devs work with things like this. The most obvious of clues are usually staring you right in the face. So the majority of these adventures have been revolving around the tactics of Flameheart and his Reapers, and of course the Servant of Flame, who we have now discovered is Flameheart's son. Flameheart Sr. wants nothing more than to rule the Sea of Thieves, and of course take control of the Sea of the Damned. If he controls the afterlife, he controls the land of the living. To do this in his weakened state, he needs the help of his son and the Reapers to do his bidding. Although he has the power to manipulate the Sea of the Damned, he has yet to control it fully. In order to do this though, he He needs to remove any competition, anyone who doesn't agree with his idea of the pirate's life. Those people being the trading companies, and that's including Athena's fortune. Now we know that the Ashen Dragon, the original Ashen Dragon, the one that brought his body here, lies in wait somewhere beyond the Shroud, waiting possibly with a fleet, and waiting for Flameheart's orders to burn their way through the Sea of Thieves. But they would need a leader, a flagship. Kraken ship resurrection. When was the last time we interacted with a Kraken and a ship? Here, within the Sunken Kingdom, the remains of the Silver Blade, Flameheart Jr.'s flagship, claimed by the Sirens long ago, a treasure of the Siren Queen. Now, I'm not saying we're going to see any of this come to light within this adventure, but much like other adventure trailers, this could be a hint towards what's to come, and the Siren Queen referred to this vessel as her prize. A Siren's prize.